All right, man, so let's get to it. U.S. Army General says IBRAHIM Traoore is using Burkina Faso gold to protect himself. This is a cotton-picking fucking lie. This is a fucking lie.
My people, relax. We will educate General Langley in this video. Relax. I have a video or I have videos to show you the investment IBRAHIM Traoore has done in securing, protecting the lands, the villages, communities, the people that were being disturbed by terrorist attacks. The investment IBRAHIM Traoore has made ever since he took over in securing their life, the lives of his people. We will educate General Langley if he is ignorantly saying this.
Promise to situation. There was a sense of relief and hope that spread through the country.
During slavery, when a slave wants to please the slave master, usually what they do is they have to sell out their fellow slaves who are making plans to escape from the camp they've been kept. Let me repeat this again. Whenever a slave wants to please the slave master, the usually thing they do is to sell out their fellow slaves who are making plot or planning how to escape or run away from their camp. And by selling them out to their slave masters, they think they are doing good for the slave masters to see them as the good among the slaves, for them to be pleased. For their slave masters to have some sympathy for them. But they've forgotten that they are still slaves. Whether you sell your fellow slaves to please your slave master, that does not take the fact that you are a slave. And this man here you see, who goes by the name General Michael Langley, wants to be pleased by his masters. And for that matter, he has no option or no choice than to sell his fellow blacks, reasonable ones, who are making preparations, who are making plans to elevate themselves, to emancipate or to own, to be independent. He sees that as a way to please his masters, and for that matter, he's going to sell them out. This General Langley ignorantly went to the US Senate to wrongly accuse Captain Ibrahim Traore for using Burkina Faso's gold to protect himself personally. For his personal securities. Let me read exactly what this ignorant general is saying in the US Senate. Let me read it exactly. That is what I put on your screen. Ibrahim Traore is a threat to his people. Are you kidding me? And is using Burkina Faso's gold reserve for his personal gains. My people, relax. We will educate General Langley in this video. Relax. I have a video or I have videos to show you the investment IBRAHIM Traoore has done in securing, protecting the lands, the villages, communities, the people that were being disturbed by terrorist attacks. The investment IBRAHIM Traoore has made ever since he took over in securing the lives of his people. We will educate General Langley if he is ignorantly saying this. If he is not ignorantly saying this, then, as I said earlier, he's just trying to please his masters by selling his own people to his slave master. Let me read what he said, and we will get to the point of it. Ibrahim Traore is a threat to his people and is using Burkina Faso's gold reserve for his personal gains, General Langley accuses. General Langley, the head of the United States Africa Command, AFRICOM, has spoken out against Burkina Faso's President Ibrahim Traore's leadership style. According to him, Ibrahim Traore is a threat to his own people, with claims that he is using the country's gold reserve for his personal gain rather than national benefit, which is a lie. I have said it. I am going to prove and educate General Langley. This is part one, don't forget. We are going to educate General Langley The investment ever since Ibrahim Traore took over, the investment he has done in Burkina Faso in terms of security only, not economically, infrastructure, education. You will go there in the part 2. Security, fighting terrorism or terrorists alone, ever since he took over, we will educate General Langley and probably some ignorant, maybe some Africans who are not aware of the measures or of the investment Ibrahim Traore has done ever since he took over in terms of security and the safety of the people of Burkina. For so many years now, we will educate them in this video. So keep in touch. Kindly share this video, like this video, and let's go. This controversial statement were made during a recent US Senate hearing where Langley accuses the military leader of diverting the country's reserves for his personal security. It's a lie. He emphasizes how Traore has diverted national resources for his... this is absolute bullshit. My people, this is a lie. And you know, what is making Langley feels, or who is educating, or who programmed Langley to feel like he can be in America and think of and dictate and tell somebody, a leader of another country, what he should use, what that leader should use the resources in that country for? Who programmed Langley in that way? Who programmed this black fool, General Langley? Who programmed him to think that he can be in a country in the US, like being in Ghana here, being a general in Ghana here, and then trying to dictate and think of what America or how America should use their resources or what they are using their resources for? Who programmed Langley to have that, enthusiasm of thinking of how another leader of another country should use their resources for? Let's put that aside. In the speech of General Langley, I heard him saying that it's about time the US has to go and liberate the people of Burkina Faso. Are you serious? Is the US now interested in going to liberate Burkina Faso? Where was General Langley several years ago when terrorists were disturbing the Burkina people? Where was General Langley? Where was the US when terrorism or terrorist attacks were day in, day out, year in, year out, being a pandemic in the Burkina Faso? Where were they? Where were they? Where was he when terrorists were disturbing the people of Burkina Faso? When terrorists were causing instabilities, where were General Langley and his so-called US? Where were they when all these terrorist disturbances were going on? Where were they? All of a sudden, Ibrahim Traore took over, putting in measures, fighting what the so-called democratic leaders couldn't fight, putting in measures security-wise to protect the people. All of a sudden, you are here now with your, ignorant or with your stupidity, trying to prove something to your masters, trying to bring in the conversation of going there to liberate them. You guys think we are fools. If we are talking of people who need liberation, why don't you go to Congo and help the people over there to own their resources? Why don't you go to Congo and make peace over there and then help them to utilize their resources to build their country? That is the proper liberation. That is what, if you mean business, you should go there and do. These people think we are fools. They keep on applying the same strategy, the same format. And because they think Africans will never learn, the youth of Africa will never learn, they think all of us subscribe to the puppet they've systematically placed on a lot of the African countries. They think that is how we think. The youth think. Honestly speaking, we might be living in a democratic country. We might be living in a state or in the countries whereby we are being led by civilian leaders. We voted for them. But to be honest with you, and I know majority of the people listening to me subscribe to this, honestly, we don't see those who are leading us as leaders, and we don't subscribe to the nonsense they are leading or what they do. We don't even classify them as leaders. We see them as dealers. And because the time is not there yet, and we know we know gradually, as Ibrahim Traore, the three Sahel leaders have done, we know gradually we will get there. That is why we are quietly watching them. They started this same way. Let's go and liberate Libya. Today, look at Libya.
And then Obama killed Gaddafi. And then nothing has happened. We're here today with Libya being destroyed and unable to recover because of America. We know very well that where NATO gets involved, those are terrorists. We know very well where the US says we're going in to install peace. That place will never know peace as long as America has visited that place.
Let's go and liberate Libya. Gaddafi is trying to be a dictator on the people of Libya. Today, look at Libya. Let's go and liberate Congo. Professor Lumumba, Lumumba is not, leading the people well. Look at Congo today. Oh, Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah is trying to be a dictator. Look at Ghana today. Nigeria, look at them. Cote d'Ivoire, look at them. Yay, what are you telling me? What are you talking about? Burkina Faso, when Thomas Sankara took over, putting in measures, building the country, putting the country on its developmental, way. Fast forward with your propaganda and with your this same deceitful tactics, you were able to succeed taking away Thomas Sankara. Today, in nature's own way, in the African Almighty's own way, he has given us the 3 Sahel leaders that are leading and setting the example for others to learn from. You are coming up with this same strategy. It will not work. Listen to this man. He has something to tell, or he has a question. He has something for General Langley and his US to answer. Listen to him. When we are done, I will take you to the video that will step by step educate many who are out there who don't know the investment Ibrahim Traore has made ever since he took over in terms of security-wise to keep the people of Burkina Faso safe. We will go there for you, some of you, to understand it very well, so that when somebody stands somewhere and accuses Ibrahim Traore wrongly, you can see something. Let's listen to this brother.
General Michael Langley of the United States Army is talking about arresting Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, our very own Captain Ibrahim Traore, aka President of Africa. General Langley is talking about arresting President of Africa. Let me ask you this. Do you think General Langley has any jurisdictional powers to arrest a president of a different country? Do you think he has that power to arrest any president whatsoever in Africa? And let me ask you this also. What do you think would happen, right, if a Nigerian general, a general in the Nigerian army or South African army just wake up one day and say, you know what? I am going to arrest President Trump of the United States because President Trump is using the country's resources to protect himself and to protect his administration and to protect his own wealthy friends. I am going to arrest him. What do you think would happen if any general anywhere attempts to arrest President of the United States? What do you think would happen?
Nobody dictates for you in your country. Why don't you, why can't you leave others for them to lead and, dictate for themselves? Why do you always want to sit somewhere and feel entitled and feel like you own Africa? Why do you people think like you own Africa? Africa is for you. And for that matter, you sit at your comfort zone and dictate for Africa and think for Africa and decide for Africa. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen this time around. It is about time Ibrahim Traore and the 3 Sahel leaders are proving to the sons of the soil and the daughters of the soil that it's about time we take our destiny into our own hands, make our decisions, govern, lead ourselves, build ourselves. We're not going to tolerate what our fathers tolerated, okay? So General Langley and his people, you guys should get this clear.
This thing of territorial threats, we know them here. We've got an army base here in Botswana. What is America doing here in Botswana? Why is Africa not in American borders? What do you call that? And you come and say imperialism and colonialism is finished. When people expand their territorial expansion through putting military bases at our borders. There's a military base here. A study has been conducted that a fighter jet that moves from that army base to the Union building will not take less than 2 minutes to bomb the Union building. If a war is declared with America, America does not have to assemble any resource from Washington or anywhere else to come here. They are already here. What do you call that? It's democracy. It's free world. We must celebrate that and say, no, imperialism is no longer there. It's in our head. We understand what Putin is fighting against because we have it here. Here. What is it doing here? We never went to Asia. We never went to Europe. We never went to America. We are here. We don't establish bases anywhere. Why should you establish bases in military bases in our continent? And when we speak, it's called old-fashioned politics. That they are out of fashion. There's no such a thing as imperialism. When imperialism is breathing on our neck, yeah, we're not going to allow that. We are going to expose that American military base here all the time in the platforms we get and educate our people that this is exactly what Putin is fighting against. America will not allow that. That Russia must go and establish a military base in Cuba with missiles facing the USA. They won't allow that. So we must not be allowed, we must not be asked to accept the things that you will not accept if they were to happen in your countries.
Now, let's go to the next video. In this video, General Langley and maybe others who don't know or who are not aware of the security measures IBRAHIM Traore has put in place for the past years in fighting of terrorism attacks, in fighting of terrorism instabilities, in making sure that the people of Burkina Faso are safe. Let's go to this video. Let's watch this video and you will be shocked. Kindly share this video. Let somebody also see it. Let somebody also watch it so that they don't get confused. They don't get deceived by the propaganda going on out there. My name is Ofaya the Nation Uncle. Do you want to subscribe if today is the first time you are watching? Hit on the like button. Hit on the notification button so you don't miss any of our updates. Let's go and watch the security measures IBRAHIM Traore has put together. Thank you.
pursue our common ideal with all the people of Burkina Faso, namely the restoration of security and the integrity of our homeland. They quickly sent the new guns and supplies to soldiers fighting on the front lines. This fast action helped boost the fighting power The soldiers stayed alert, ready for anything. Finally, after a long and tense journey, and a Kinsey. These flying machines changed the way the country fought against terrorist groups. extremist groups to hide or plan attacks. This new strategy is helping Burkina Faso take back control of its land. For Burkina Faso, it showed that the country's new strategy for fighting terrorism was working. The mix of high constant fear of terrorist attacks began to lessen. For the first time in a long while, many people felt
Are you a shocking? Is this somebody who is using the state minerals or using Burkina Faso's gold to secure himself? The video you just watched, what you watch, is it a leadership who is securing himself or who is fighting for his personal security? Is that how you can, you understand the video, or is that how you can, I don't know how to put it. Is that how you say, or what you say? Will you conclude all this that Ibrahim is using Burkina Faso's gold to protect himself? No. That is why some of us are taking it upon ourselves to use our platforms with the help of you, those of you listening to us. Not those of us in camera alone are doing this. We are doing it with you. So go ahead and spread this message. Let us neutralize the propaganda. During Gaddafi time, Gaddafi built Libya. Libya was almost there. Life in Libya was okay. Life in Libya was comfortable to the extent that people, Ghanaians, Nigerians, Senegals, people from Togo, from all African countries were rushing, traveling to Libya to go and seek for greener pastures. Kwame Nkrumah started this, putting the foundations, building factories, industrialization. The reason why they succeeded taking away all these people, Thomas Sankara started this, putting Burkina Faso, building Burkina Faso industrial revolution, placing Burkina Faso on the developmental lane. Mention the rest. But you know what happened? They succeeded twisting the issue, twisting the message, putting the propaganda out there, putting lies and deceit out there that they are being dictators. They are using the minerals for their personal gains. And due to lack of social media and lack of the media, education for our fathers, many of our parents to understand what these guys were doing and the propaganda, due to lack of the media education, they succeeded overthrowing Gaddafi, overthrowing Thomas Sankara, not overthrowing, getting rid of them, unaliving them. Thomas Sankara, Gaddafi, Kwame Nkrumah, Professor Lumumba, mention them on and on. They succeeded because there were no social media who could neutralize the propaganda. Today, we have the social media and we know what is going on in Burkina. We won't sit down and, ignore. We won't sit unconcerned. The little information we get, we come and put it here for people to know. Don't be deceived. Kindly do well to share this video for somebody out there to get the information and not to be deceived. Ibrahim Traore is not using Burkina Faso's gold for his personal protection. He is putting things in place for the safety of the people of Burkina Faso. Let us not keep quiet. Let us not sit unconcerned. Let us try to neutralize any propaganda going on out there. We won't sit and watch for history to repeat itself. This time around, we will change the narrative. Go ahead and share this video for me, please. Have you shared? Go ahead and share it. Have you liked the video? Go ahead and like the video. Don't forget to type the hashtag hands off Burkina Faso. If today is the first time you are watching on this platform, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification so that you don't miss any update we put here. My name is Ofaya, the Nation Uncle, all the way from Ghana, in support of the Sahel leaders because they are doing positively, they are doing good, building their countries. Let's go.
All right, man, so let's get to it. U.S. Army General says Ibrahim Traore is using Burkina Faso gold to protect himself. This is a cotton-picking fucking lie. This is a fucking lie. And they're using a fucking Sambo, General Langley, you know, so that's a commander of AFRICOM, to do this shit. This is the same play they used when it came to Gaddafi. They used Obama, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of Gaddafi. This is the same fucking play. Now all these lies is coming out about Ibrahim Traore. One thing Ibrahim Traore did with, you know what I'm saying, was liberate his people, kick the fucking French out of this fucking country, you know what I'm saying, and liberate his people and making this country independent outside of the fucking West. Come on, man, we ain't finna go for this shit. So U.S. government wants to arrest Captain Ibrahim Traore. AFRICOM accused Traore of using Burkina Faso's gold for protection. This is a fucking lie. This is the same play that they used against Gaddafi. And if you got this Sambo right here, you know what I'm saying, they always put a black man, you know what I'm saying, to go do some shit, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not falling for that shit no more. This is the same play they did with Gaddafi. And they're using the Sambo once again to do this shit, all because Burkina Faso want to be liberated and be independent on their fucking own. Didn't Trump say he want everybody to hold their own nuts? Didn't Trump say he only for America only? So why the fuck you worrying about what's going on in Burkina Faso? Why you worrying about their gold? And not only Burkina Faso, but you got Niger and Mali, you know what I'm saying, that liberate themselves and don't want nothing to do with the West. They want to build their countries up. What the fuck is wrong with that? So right now, I ain't fucking with Trump, the administration, and I most definitely ain't fucking with this Sambo until further notice. I want to see how this shit play out. We not finna let this shit slide, thinking that y'all finna influence us to believe that our brothers and sisters over there, Burkina Faso, is doing something wrong. The only thing they want to do, you know what I'm saying, is build an economic and a political power structure outside of the West. They don't want to deal with the West no more. What is the problem? We ain't letting this shit slide. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. If you don't like what I'm saying, unfollow me right now. I'm not fucking with Trump right now, the administration, none of that shit, you know what I'm saying, until further fucking notice, until we see how this shit play out. Because what you're not gonna do is lie to us and go over there, you know what I'm saying, and destroy those countries like y'all did Gaddafi in Libya. This is the same playbook they used on Gaddafi with Obama, and now they're using this Sambo right here, you know what I'm saying, to do the same fucking thing. When Ibrahim Traore is liberating his people all around the board and trying to build an economic and a political power structure for Burkina Faso. Also, Mali and motherfucking Niger with their peoples. But the thing is, they building a bank, independent bank, and now the West and French, they salty, you know what I'm saying, because they can't motherfucking have a bank, you know what I'm saying, in that region no more. Or they can't motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, take all the resources from that region anymore. They gold, all their minerals and everything. No, we ain't going for that shit no more, man. Trump, I ain't fucking with you. MAGA, I ain't fucking with y'all. I ain't never fucking with y'all, period, like that. And motherfucking the whole administration, I ain't fucking with it until further notice. And that's how I'm bumming. That's how I'm fucking rocking, man.
Follow us on Facebook, Ofayal, the nation's uncle. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Nation's Uncle TV. Follow us on TikTok, The Nation's Uncle. The Nation's Uncle gives you the raw truth. Thanks for watching.